Hi there folks, welcome back to day 6 of the Gummiapan Advent Calendar and welcome back to my channel, and thank you to all my new subscribers. It's really good to have you here, and I hope you're enjoying the Advent Calendar. So we're on day 6 now, and I have opened it previously just to see, so just because it is hard sometimes to just open it and then do something with it. I haven't prepped anything though yet today because I've got an idea in my head. So we've got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Santa Claus hats, and I think you'll agree they are so cute. So I do have an idea for them. So I'm going to pop them here, pop that to the side. And I've got a few card bases on the desk, and I've also got some other bits and pieces because I've got an idea of what I might do. So first of all, I am going to cut them out. Let's try and get a bit of paper here that fits. Let's just chop this up a bit because it won't fit through the die cutting machine this size, so we'll do it that way. So I hope everybody's well and looking forward to the festive season and has got all their Christmas shopping. Haha, says she. I've not done. I've got my husband's Christmas and I've got a part of my son's. But that's all I've got really. Oh, and my great niece. That's all I've got. So, yeah. So, just popping this through the cutting machine and we'll see what it comes out like. Ooh. Wow. Pretty good. Yep. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it up into bits. So I'm going to cut it out again because I want to just have, you can obviously use the die as much as you want. You don't have to just use it as is. You can obviously add other dies and stamps to the card that you're going to make as well. Right. There we go. So that's 2 I've cut out. I did have an idea of cutting them all out and making them into a Christmas tree shape. And that was the front of my card. I also had another idea that I would put them onto small squares. So I'm just going to, not going to cut them up yet because I want to colour them in first. So bring these pens over again that I had yesterday, and I can I can colour in with, I'm just looking for a bit of scrap paper. Here we go, that's it. Had this yesterday, so just bring that in, and I'm just going to colour them. So you can see all the nice little cut bits, embossed bits as well. It's really nice. There's lots of wee embossed bits in there. So let's colour them in. So I've got Red Sorbet. Let's see what Red Sorbet this colour's like. Yeah, that's quite a nice real red type colour. And then I've got this kind of, it's called Carmine. It's more of a pink, so it's more of a darker red. So let's see. So where they've got these little, pop you down a bit so you can see. So where the little sort of embossed pieces are, I'm going to add some of the darker pen. Then when I blend it in, it should look like it's not completely flat. It's got a bit of movement in the hat. I mean, I'm just going to do this one as well, because as I say, I've not decided if I'll make the tree thing yet, or if I'll do it the other way with the squares. There we go. And then I'll colour it in with the other colour, the red one, the Sorbet red. So, what will I use? The thick end. I'll be very careful. So just kind of going over that. Should blend in quite nicely. And then just being really careful at this bit at the edge. There we go. Yeah, that looks okay. Now, I wanted to say that there's, if you're not seeing the video very clear when it's uploaded, I try to do it to the HD, the high definition, so that everybody can get a good picture. But sometimes it doesn't seem to do that when I've looked back my video. So what you can do on your device is, if you go to the wee cog, usually at the top right hand corner, and if you click on that, you'll get a set of settings, and if you can click on 1080p or 720p, you'll get a really good picture after that, and you will see the difference. So that's just a wee heads up, because I played back one of my videos. I often do, just to make sure it's all okay. And a few of them had 360p and they weren't very clear. So just a heads up on that if you wanted to do that and wanted a bit of a clearer video experience. There we go, these are looking good. And this one. There we go. Right, so I wonder what this colour is like. Oh, it's probably a grey. So I just put a little bit of grey on here as well, just to give it a bit of definition where these little marks are as well, just so it doesn't look like there's nothing on it at all. Just trying to move it around so you can see it. So just these sort of wee bits in the bottom here. I've gone over a slight bit, but oh well, Same up here as well, because I didn't do them. I might put some glitter on them, not sure. So that's that done. Put them back in just now. So you will see these done. I'll put that back over there. So I thought I'd chop them up. So I'll just get my scissors that are... So that would be 12 if I chopped them. So I'll just go in between where there's a little kind of notch in between. So just there. I'll go in between there, like that. And then there. Thingy that off because it doesn't look quite right. Here. Yeah, there's a couple of really small ones, these ones here, which are cute. So that sort of gave me the idea of the tree, because I thought I could start small at the top and larger as I got to the bottom. But I may need to cut out a couple more to create that effect. So these are the bigger ones. We'll put the smaller ones over here. I need to fix a couple of these. That one, maybe. That was the one I think I needed to fix because it didn't look quite right. There we go, and I think the rest are fine. Oh, that one's a bit... That one's not quite right. I'll just pull that bit off here as well and get rid of that. Right, so what I want to do next is I want to get a piece of paper that's going to go in a triangle. I think I'm going to do it like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut freehand a triangle, I think. So probably just do one off here. So I'm just cutting here on my, bring it back up a bit, you're too near. I'm just cutting on my trimmer a sort of triangle shape, hopefully. So just putting it in a slight angle like that. Just lining it up. And I mean, that triangle might be far too big. I might have to chop it down. I think it's slightly off as well. Slightly off here. I might have to do that again. That's okay. And so what I want to do now is I want to place these just on the top. And as I say, I might have to cut it down, make it smaller. But I could start here, one there. Oh, that one needs cut as well. It's a bit funny at that side. Probably two there. Two there, I think. Come on. Let's see, I've still got a couple more of these. Maybe three here. Three here, and maybe not. Maybe one there, and one here, and maybe one like that, and I'll cut it there. So that's one idea I had. So let's see if I chop it. Or the other idea I had was I made tiny squares that would fit the hats, and I put it on the front of a card in a sort of checkerboard type thing. I think I might do the checkerboard. I'm not sure I fancy that, but that's another idea if you fancy doing something like that. So let's get some more card, and I'll just chop up lots of these squares. So that I don't know, these squares measure roughly 1¼ squared. So they should all fit inside that. Yep. So if I go ahead and start doing that, and I'll tell you what, I'll stop the video and then I'll come back when I finish cutting out X amount of squares. Okay. Hi there, I'm back now. So I've cut out 9 squares, and I'm going to place them on kind of like that. I'll take them off again because I want to put a layer on in between, and I've cut this rose gold mirror paper to 5.5 by 5.5, and I'm going to pop it through this nice snowy embossing folder. So if I can get it open, there we go. Yeah, I always struggle to get the right way there, so popping that through. There we go. So just pop that through the machine. Excuse me. Right, so actually I've done it on the wrong side. I've done it on the debossed side. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's fine. So I've got my little corner punch. Now I do have it on the table, and I wanted to just do a bit of so I'm going to cut this one off and that one, and then I'm going to do a similar thing here to the base card. So just get in the corner, and I'll just empty it because it might be full, and that's why it's not cutting. There we go, and then that one, there we go. So I've cut opposite corners like that. And I'll come up slightly because I'm out of camera shot again. Sorry folks. Maybe pull up slightly more. Right, so I'm just going to glue that on and then pop the card together. And because I've debossed it, I'm using the rough side, I'm using the embossed side of the card. Let's see. I mean, I might change my mind in a minute. I might think, oh no, that's not quite how I want it. So, yeah, might just change my mind. It's quite hard to put down. Just going to hold that in place for a bit. There we go. Should stay down. Let me just give this a wee press down with this. A few seconds. It's because it's embossed and it's bobbly at the other side. It should do. That should do. Right, so let's pop this together. So I was going to pop down. So pop down 3 rows of 3, making 9. So I'm going to pop them down with, if I can get it before it falls off the desk, because I've pushed so much stuff back, double sided foam tape. Well, foam pads I've got here. So I'll pop a couple on there. And a couple on there. This one, so I've done 9, I've cut 9 little squares out that measure 1.5 inches squared, and the hats were fitting on them fine. Some of these don't seem to come off properly. A bit annoying. Right. I'm looking forward to seeing what tomorrow's is as well. It's so exciting. And you can leave me a wee comment, because it's always nice to hear from people and hear what you think. And also if you're doing the calendar too. It's always nice to. I had a lady who left a comment, and she obviously was using the day 5 yesterday, and she lost a couple of the pieces on the floor because they're so small. Oh no, I don't know if it was yesterday's, it might have been day, it was actually day, perhaps it was day 2. It was the day when it was like the tags and the flags, the bunting day. And I said to her, well, actually, I had a panic because one of the small dies fell down on the floor, and I heard it bounce off something metal, and then I couldn't find it, and it was at the bottom. Luckily, I found it at the bottom of the bucket. I reached through my bucket and found it at the bottom. So I was quite glad, because I thought, oh no, what am I going to do if I can't find it? But I did. The bin saved the day. So, yep, oh, not that side, here. Like so, and there we go. So let's start sorting this together. So three rows of 3. So roughly there. I think I'm going to pop, oh, that one's a bit squint. Oh, just leave it. And I'm going to do them all the way down on the left and then pop the others on, and that will give me a guideline to where kind of I can pop them. It's a bit too far down. Move it up slightly. There we go. Oh, that one's come off. Let me just pop another one on here. So yeah, if you're doing this, if you've bought the Advent calendar and you're doing it as well, maybe not as videos on YouTube, it'd be really nice to see some of the stuff you're doing. You could pop over to my social media pages, Handmade by Shirley on Facebook, and share them there, or Handmade by Shirley on Instagram and share them there. It'd really be nice to see what other people do. We do have a Gummiapan page here in the UK, and they're also the stockist for the UK. I'll put the links into the description box, and they are Messier print. So obviously if you're not in the UK, I mean, you could still buy from the UK if you're in the US or somewhere else. Obviously the headquarter type, oh, I think some of these are a bit squint, aren't they, are in Sweden. Oh, am I one short? Oh no, here we go. No, I'm like, no, I've not cut enough. That's fine, we're not one short at all. Just move these over a bit. I thought I was one short. I think we're a bit squint, but sometimes it's quite hard to see when I've got the camera right in front of me. I'm just going to pop that one on there. I think that one's slightly squint, never mind. And then I'm going to pop this one on. This has got one there. I think they're all done. I think there's one on here. Let me just check. Yep. Yeah, that one in the middle's a bit squint. And yes, I found Christine Stokes last year, actually over a year ago, and I loved her stuff. I loved her style. She's just such a great crafter and a lovely person with it as well. So that's how I really got into Gummiapan, and I do like their stuff. I do like lots of other craft brands as well, but I definitely like Gummiapan stuff. Right, that's maybe looks a bit squarer that way. So then all I was going to do was pop the Santa hats on. So they've got, we should have 12 Santa hats here, so we only need 9. So I'm just wondering if I should use more of the bigger ones for the squares. I suppose it doesn't matter. Smaller one there, and these I think are all smaller ones. So I might pop that one on there, and then we've got this one in the middle, and that one there, and that one there. Yep. And I can move these out the way. So let's just quickly put these on. Oh, where's my tweezers? And I couldn't find my other tweezers yesterday, and I had to use alternative tweezers, but now I still can't find the tweezers that I usually use. Yep, I did put them back in here, I'm sure. Perhaps I didn't. I'm going to have to use the alternatives again because I can't find the other ones at the minute. And I never used to like tweezers at all. I used to think, oh gosh, I can't use them. I'd rather use my nails. But actually now I quite like them. So just popping some glue on the back of these. And then just placing them however. Don't have to be dead straight, can be slightly to the side. Let's get this one out. And I just thought this is quite a nice design. The tree probably is a good design as well, but it just needed to, it didn't look right there when I was doing it. So that's probably something I'll come back on with at another date. Come on. There we go. Cool. So I'm just kind of, I'm not putting them on straight. I mean, you could put them on dead straight if you wanted. I'm kind of putting them on at a bit of a jaunty angle as well. Let's put that one kind of that way, I think, a bit straighter. And then the last row. Oh. going to wipe this because it's a bit yucky, a bit sticky. It's really quite a funny day here today in Scotland. It's freezing fog, and it's like I can hardly see the house across the road from me. Yesterday it was a gorgeous sunny but cold day here, but it was lovely. The weather, I suppose we can't expect too much in winter. We've had a fluttering of snow as well already. Can't complain because there's obviously lots of people who are in much colder countries and they're used to it. They just get on with it, don't they? And then our last one, I'm just going to put it to them that way. Yep. Oh. Now, before I stop, I just want to add some Stickles onto it. So I've got these Stickles. And I could put a verse on it, but I'm just going to leave it. So I'm just going to pull a little bit along the white edge. Don't know if we'll do all of them. I might just do some of them. I'll go down so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Let's do it this way. So just gives it a wee bit more interest and glitz. I'm trying to see if I will do them all. I might just do that one's bauble. And that one's bauble. And I'll just do another bauble on this one. Might just do this one as well. Yep, and I think that's me. And I could put a sentiment on it, which I might do later. But if you want to look on my social media, you'll be able to see that. And I'll put that in the description box. But thanks for watching. I've really enjoyed doing day 6 of the Gummiapan Advent Calendar. I hope you've enjoyed watching. And remember, please let me know what you thought. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.